Okay, listen dear students. Now IUPAC nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100 means heavier elements. Z is equal to more than 100 means 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 110, 115 like that heavier elements. IUPAC nomenclature there some problems are happened because the atomic number more than 100 most of the all elements are man-made elements or artificial elements only. Man-made elements are artificial elements. So the while discovery of that elements, maybe different scientists are working. So while like that they're working, the Z is equal to 104. Atomic number Z is equal to 104 discovered by the Russian scientists as well as American scientists. Both are worked. Okay. Now the Americans are proposed one symbol for Z is equal to 104, and later Russians also they are proposed another name. So to avoid that problem, they have proposed one systematic nomenclature for the atomic number more than 100. Atomic number more than 100. So for atomic number more than 100, they need to give some systematic symbols. For that case, they propose some Latin digits 0 to 9. They gave some Latin names. If 0 is present, then its Latin name is nil, while the symbol and the first letters only we need to take. These are the fixed mark. These symbols, names, Latin names are fixed. If 0 is present means nil, that the symbol we have to recognize N. 1 is present, un, then first letter U we need to take. 2 is present by the first letter P we need to take. 3 is present, then it is a try, the first letter T we need to take. All are small letters only, not capital letters. Okay, 4 is present, quad, QUAD, quad means Q we need to take. 5 is present, pent, P. The first letter is P we need to take. 6 is present, hex, H we need to take. 7 is present, sept, SEPT, sept. The first letter S we need to take. 8 is present, oct. Okay, O we need to take. 9 is present, ENN. Then the first letter E we need to take. So according to the 0 to 9 digits, they gave some symbols. Okay, every symbol is unique. There is for one digit, two digits, there is no same symbol. Any two digits, there is no same symbol. So every symbol is unique. 0, N, 2, U, B, 2. Sorry, 1, U, 2, B, 3, T, 4, Q, 5, P, 6, hex, H, 7, S, 8, O, 9, E. Like they gave different symbols based on using these symbols or Latin names. We have they are given some IUPAC nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100. Elements with atomic number more than 100. Let's see 101 Z name and symbol. Some examples I am giving here. If Z is equal to 101. So for every after writing these names, Latin names, we have to add extra IUM. We have to add extra IUM. IUM we need to add. Extra letter we need to add IUM. See first U. Un. 1 means un. 0 means NIL. Again UN un. IUM. This is the name of 101 un-nil IUM. Okay. See this question regarding this. It is very important because in 2015, 3 years or 2 years back, they are asked regarding this 104. What is the IUPAC symbol of the 104? They are asked 104, 105, 106. Previously, they are asked in NEET examination and CET examination also they are asked. Okay, 2 years or 3 years back. Okay, now its symbol is the first letters U, N, U. UNU. This is the symbol for 104. 101, sorry. Next 102. Nil BI. Already in BI, 2 means by. Their I repeated. So that's why no need to do again. No need to write IUM again. Just UM enough. Okay, now its symbol is UNB. UNB. First letters. 103. Nil try UM. Okay, UNT. Now 104 name is Nil Quad QUADIUM. Now first letters UNQ is the UPAC name. 105 same Nil Pent IUM. The first letters UNP. 106 Nil HEX IUM. UNH. Like we can write that elements Z value is more than 100, their IUPAC name and symbol representation we can write very easily. This is IUPAC nomenclature of elements with atomic number more than 100. Okay, understood? Anybody have doubt? Inform to me. Abhi, Aditi, Amruta, Ashwini, Farha, Gayatri. Okay. Yes, ma. So it's very, very easy. Just a common idea. We need to remember these symbols. Okay. Then we can write its name very easily. When it becomes very easy, we must have to remember the digits 0 to 1 names and symbols. Nil, An, 2 for by, 3 for try, 4 for pad, 5 for pent, 6 for hex, 7 for sep, 8 for oct, 9 for ENN. After writing the Latin names, just every number, atomic number, IUPAC name ends with IUM. That is common. While the symbol do you want means first letters you have to take. 101 UNU, 102 UNB, 103 UNT. For example, 120 I need to write. Z is equal to 120. Maybe Z is equal to 120 element is present. Let you imagine. Then its IUPAC name is 1 means UN, 2 means by, 0 means NIL, IUM. Now its symbol is UBN. Okay, like we have to write, for example, 118 8 OCT oct IUM. So its symbol is UO. Okay, this is a IUPAC nomenclature for the elements with atomic number more than 100. Okay, so 100 means right. 1 means NIL, IUM. That is means UNN. That is for 100. Mostly above 100 only they will ask. More than 100. Amresh, understood? Okay, let's another important classification of elements. Now we discuss about the classification of elements. Based on the electronic configuration, the elements are classified into how many types? Based on the chemical properties, elements are classified into how many types and their properties, all we need to discuss. After finishing these two classifications, next we will discuss about the periodic properties. What are the important periodic properties are present, how that periodic properties are variation changes in a groups and periods, that we will discuss. Okay, let's see, this classification is also very important. From these basics for NEET and CET examination, mostly they are asking few questions and very easy also. It's not that much difficulty, but is very important for understanding the total inorganic chemistry or understanding the chemistry. Okay, so let's see classification of elements. Classification of elements. The first one, based on electronic configuration. Already we know that electronic configurations, how to write electronic configurations and everything. So based on the electronic configuration, based on the electronic configuration, the elements are divided into 4 blocks. Divided into how many types? 4 blocks. Block. What is the meaning for block? Here they said electronic configuration based on the valence shell electronic configuration is also known as differentiating electrons. Means lost electron. Okay. See, for example, Z is equal to 100. Means up to 99 electrons. The 100 electron where it is present, or 100th electron present in which atomic orbital? Which orbital? Based on that orbital, the valence electron enters into the atomic orbitals. The elements are classified into 4 blocks. What are those important 4 blocks? Let's see. The first one is S block. The second one is P block. The third one is D block elements. The fourth one is F block elements. So, based on the valence shell electrons or differentiating electrons, for example, a lost electron, Z is equal to 1, means that is hydrogen. Okay, it is present in 1s1. Okay, Z is equal to 6. It is carbon. Okay, how the electrons are filling? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The lost electrons. It is a lost electron or valence electron or differentiating electron. Lost electron or valence electron or differentiating electrons enters into the p orbitals. This lost electron enters into the or present in a s orbital. That's why it is belongs to s block. It is belongs to carbon belongs to p block. In the same way, nitrogen, that is equal to 7. The last electrons 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Yes, ma. Based on in which shell the last electrons are present in which orbitals. If the last electrons are present in s atomic orbitals, then that elements are belongs to s block elements. The last electrons are differentiating electrons present in p orbitals, those are called p block elements. If the last electrons are valence electrons present in d orbitals, those are called d block elements. If the last electrons are valence electrons or differentiating electrons entering or present in the f orbitals, those are called f block elements. Those are called f block elements. Understood? Abhay. Now nitrogen belongs to which block? S block, P block, D block, F block. Nitrogen. Let inform to me. Yes, P block. Very good, very good. P block element. So that is according to, so while the statement only we have to understand based on the electronic configuration. So while writing the electronic configurations, the last electrons are present in which atomic orbital? Means atomic orbitals mostly what we have discussed, S atomic orbitals, P atomic orbitals, D atomic orbitals and F atomic orbitals. If the last electron or valence electron or differentiating electrons enters into the S atomic orbitals, those are called S block. If they are in P atomic orbitals, called as P block. They are in D atomic orbitals, called as D block. F atomic orbitals, those are called as F block elements. Okay, so based on the electronic configuration, the differentiating electrons or valence electrons enters into the which atomic orbitals. So the elements are classified or divided into 4 blocks: S block, P block, D block and F block elements. Okay students, let's see the rough based on this. In periodic table, where the S block elements position is present, where the P block elements position is there, where the D block elements, where the F block elements. Let's see. I will give some small idea. Imagine that this is a periodic table. Yesterday I shared that periodic table like this only na. It is S block. The middle is D block. The right side is F block. Sorry, P block. The bottom two series of lines are present. The bottom is F block. So this is the like the elements are arranged based on the electronic configuration. The right side P block elements, left side S block elements, in the middle D block elements, and bottom F block elements are present. So yeah, what are the S block elements? How many groups are present? S block elements. What are the P block elements? How many groups are present? What are the D block elements? They exist in how many groups and how many periods or how many series? And F block elements, what is the position of F block elements? How many F block elements are present? That we will discuss. And their properties also we will discuss step by step. Okay? Understood? Clear? Now anybody have doubt? Let's see the first one. S block elements. What is the meaning for S block elements? If the valence electrons are differentiating electrons, differentiating electrons enters into S subcell. Called as S block elements. Okay, these S block elements are present on the left side of the periodic table. Left side. CD means periodic table. Present on the left side of the periodic table. Having present on the left side of the periodic table in two groups. Two groups. So S block elements are how many groups? Dear students, two groups. Okay. Let it helium. We'll discuss about that helium separately. Don't worry about that helium now. I will give clarity one by one. Okay. Present on the left side. Present on the left side of the periodic table. Existing in two groups. What are those? First group. This first group also called as 1A. Okay. In that Roman numbers, what is the subnotation of first group? 1A. Already yesterday we discussed it. 1A. What are the elements? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. And their general electronic configuration is NS1, means in the outermost shell they contains only one electron is present. For example, hydrogen, last electron 1s1. According to electronic configuration, the hydrogen has one electron is present, that is 1s1. Okay, and lithium, helium 2s1, sodium, neon 3s1. Helium, lithium atomic number is 3. 3 electrons are present. Sodium 11 electrons. Neon means 10 electrons are completely filled. 1 electron is present in 3s. So according to this, the last electrons are present in 3s subcell. That's why the sodium belongs to third period. And 1 electron is present in S subcell or S atomic orbitals. It belongs to S block element and first group. S block element and first group. Understood? Like potassium, argon 4s1. If argon 4s1 is present, then N is equal to 4 means potassium belongs to fourth period and first group. Potassium belongs to fourth period and first group. So so this electronic configuration is very important. Based on the electronic configuration or valence shell electronic configuration, this is valence shell 4s. We can identify its position of atom in periodic table. For example, argon 4s1 is present. Identify its group number and period number. Like that question, there so many times they asked in objective examination. See here the valence shell. N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 means fourth period. And 1 electron is present in S outermost shell. S outermost shell means it belongs to S block. S block elements, what is the position of S block elements? They are in the left side of the periodic table. Left side of the periodic table, 1 electron is present, it belongs to first group. 2 electrons are present, it belongs to second group. So it is first group. First group. So 1A is also called as alkaline metals. Alkaline metals. These first A group elements also called as alkaline metals. Understood? Clear? First A group elements. Actually, hydrogen, we don't consider that hydrogen atom in first A group elements, but just 1 electron is present in S subcell. That's why hydrogen position is 1, first group just we are keeping, but hydrogen and its compounds, the position of hydrogen atom is anomalous, means we can't compare that hydrogen atom belongs to first group, because this lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium All are metals, but hydrogen is non-metal. But just what is the similarity? One electron is present. That's why just here I am writing. Okay. Otherwise, first A group elements means lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. They have one electron present in the outermost shell. Its general electronic configuration is just that only I am repeating. Listen, Ashwini. Its general electronic configuration is NS1. But hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium, these all are metallic nature. But hydrogen is non-metallic nature. So that's why hydrogen does not belong to alkaline metals. Alkaline metallic nature it doesn't have. But just similarity in the electronic configuration. Just we are placing the position of hydrogen atom in first group. But otherwise we don't keep. The same way helium also. Helium, the two electrons are present in 1s orbital is completely paired like noble gas electronic configuration. Noble gases means completely filled electronic configuration is present. The total shell. So that's why like the same properties, helium also we are placing in 18th group or 0 group. 18th group or 0 group. But the remaining all 18th group or 0 groups in the outermost shell contains 8 electrons are present. NS2, NP6. But except helium, helium has only 2 electrons. Helium has only 2 electrons. Ashwini, understood? Okay. So, like this way, by using this electronic configuration, we can identify its period number as well as group number also. Now, come to that second group. Second group is also denoted as second A group. Second A group elements are called alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. What are the second A group elements? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Okay. These are the second A group elements. Their general electronic configuration is NS2. The outermost shell contains 2 electrons are present. Beryllium, He 2s2, helium 2s2, magnesium, neon 3s2, because beryllium Z is equal to 4, magnesium Z is equal to 12, calcium Z is equal to 20. Seventh period incomplete na. Beryllium, sorry, not seventh, beryllium. Why you are saying 7? First period, how many elements are present? What are the elements present in first period? Hydrogen and helium only. Okay na? Beryllium belongs to, it is second A group elements. Starts from second period onwards. There is no element in first period. So N is equal to 2. Means second period. You are not studying the periodic table. Why I said yesterday? First everyone read that periodic table. N is equal to 2 means second period. So it is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh period. So total how many elements are present in second A group elements? 6 only. They start from second period up to 7 periods. So what is this group number? Second group. Magnesium is N is equal to 3. Third period. Calcium N is equal to 4. Fourth period. So first minimum idea is important. So 6 element means the beryllium. Only already yesterday only I said first period 2 elements. What are those? Hydrogen and helium. The remaining second period 8 elements are present. Third period 8 elements are present. Fourth period 18 elements are present. Fifth 18 elements are present. Sixth period 32 elements are present. Seventh period incomplete. So I am discussing about the group number. This mainly S block elements means group wise only we have to remember. Group is also called as family. Because of the group, what are the elements present in one group? The elements having same number of electrons present in the outermost shell means they have similar chemical properties. They have a similar chemical properties. That's why mostly S block elements and P block elements, that elements we have to learn in group wise manner only, not in period. Okay. So beryllium belongs to second period. Magnesium belongs to third period, calcium belongs to fourth period, strontium fifth, barium sixth, radium seventh period. Understood? Calcium Z is equal to 20 means argon 4s2, argon 4s2, next 5s2, 6s2, 7s2. Okay, like the elements present in second group, the second group elements general electronic configuration is Ns2. So the first group and second group elements are belongs to S block elements. So the S block elements general electronic configuration is Ns1 to 2. Ns1 to 2 means in that Ns1 belongs to first A group elements. Generally first A group elements means lithium, hydrogen we don't consider. But hydrogen is placed in first group only, just normally. Like helium, the valence electron present in S orbital, but helium is not belongs to S block element. The same way, hydrogen is also not belongs to S block element. Hydrogen has exceptional properties. So S block elements, the first A group elements means lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium only we have to consider. So lithium belongs to second period, sodium third period, potassium fourth period, rubidium fifth period, cesium sixth, francium seventh period, and all are belongs to first group. And second A group elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Their general electronic configuration is Ns2. The general electronic configuration of S block means first and second group, including general electronic configuration is Ns1 to 2. Ns1 to 2. Clear? Anybody have doubt? Let inform to me, Rani. Abhay, understood? Yes. Okay. Let's go for next. Some important properties related to S block elements. What are those? In S block elements, first group lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium is present. In second group, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium is present. Okay, except lithium and magnesium. Except lithium and magnesium, these remaining all are forms ionic compounds. Okay, these all are forms ionic compounds. Why lithium and magnesium does not forms ionic compounds? Okay, does not forms ionic compound. Because of the small size, high nuclear charge, then automatically they have more covalent character. We'll discuss about that. What? Lithium and beryllium. Lithium and beryllium only, not magnesium, I am saying. Li and Be. Lithium and beryllium, except lithium